Plan for today is simple, just to inspire people. You can't make people change. The only thing you can do is give them inspiration to help them change. Change comes from within, and a lot of people don't understand that. So my job is to just share my story, share some things that I've done well, some things that I've done wrong, and hopefully somebody can, even if it's just one life, hopefully somebody can take that and make their life better.
And you talked about change, and how possible is it to change young people? I'm talking about teenagers because they're very stubborn.
Right.
They want their own way. And what's your plan for them?
I always try to put myself in a teenager's shoes. I think when we get older, even more successful in life, that we kind of forget sometimes where we came from. And so we kind of don't give them something they can relate to. So I kind of put myself back when I was a teenager and what I wanted to hear and what I would relate to and what helped me change. So I just try to give them something on their level, something that they can recognize, something that they can identify, and make it simple. I think success and change is simple steps, but sometimes the simple things are the hardest things to do.
Do you have an example of something simple that you can do to change?
Yeah, just simple steps. I would tell them a thing I call championship mindset. It's commitment, it's discipline, it's consistency, faith, and heart. And those things you apply to anything in life in general. Every single day, putting your all in every single day and accepting no excuses. You can change and make this world a better place. I'm way out here in Sweden by just those simple steps. Nothing too elaborate, nothing too hard. A lot of people see it like, what did you do? What did you do? And I'm just like, I just believed in something. I had a dream, and I just believed in it with all my heart, and it took me here.
And how does your how do your friends back in the U.S. react to your appearance here in Sweden?
They're going crazy. They're just so supportive because recently with Facebook and a lot of technology, a lot of people have been hitting me up from Barbados to Bahamas to Canada and all over the U.S. So they're just happy for me, and they see that. They're like, wow, it's possible. And that's what I want people to look at me as, is possibility. Don't look at me as perfection or somebody or a celebrity, because I'm not that. I'm just somebody who had a dream and wanted to make it come true. So if it can happen for me, I believe it can happen for anybody else. Just got to believe.
And another question, is it your first time in the...
Yep, it's actually my first time out the country. So
Really?
This has been a great experience. It's been a great experience. So I think this is the beginning of many more times out the country, excuse me, hopefully. But it's been great. I love Sweden. I love the weather. It reminds me a lot of Seattle, Washington. I lived there for a while. But I heard that the weather's been kind of good since I've been down here. It's a lot of snowing and cold, but I haven't felt that. So maybe I brought some good weather with me.
Yeah, it was really bad. So are you gonna stay here in this area, or are you gonna travel somewhere else?
I'll be here till sometime next week, and then I got to go back to the States and have some things I have to do in Seattle, and then hopefully, like I said, this is the first of many trips back here. Hopefully, I can bring some other people, my family, my friends, people from the organization back down here, and do some things. Because anywhere I go, I don't want to be that person who just comes down and speaks. Like, I want to connect with the people here. I want to connect with the kids and youth here. They can reach out to me, with social sites these days, we're
connect
neighbors.
With the radio.
Exactly, connect with the radio. I'm all about it. Like, I'm just not a person who comes and leaves. Like, because change, if you want to help somebody change, you have to stay in their life. You really have to motivate them on a daily basis so they can find their own motivation themselves and spread it to others. So I definitely want to come back.
And what's your first impression of this city?
I think I've seen a lot of it seems quiet to me, quiet and peaceful, and I love that. I'm a thinker, so I love quiet things. In Dallas, kind of the same thing we're talking about with my friends here. How Dallas is a little bit different, but the same. We were driving from the airport and we seen a moose, and they're like, we have never seen a moose before. I was like, in Texas we actually have those too, and deers and stuff like that. But you stay away from the city a lot, and in Dallas, and I stay in Fort Worth, so it's kind of country, and I like that. I love the peaceful nature. I love to hike and run and jog and walk around and things like that. So I love it here. I love the quietness.
Yeah.
Hopefully, is it quiet?
Very.
Okay.
It's too quiet.
I'm a thinker, so I love that.
I like to, yeah.
Yeah.
How to say, like, philosophize and think. And
exactly. When you're just around a lot of noise, it's just hard. Like, it's kind of like New York City. I love New York City, but at the same time, I'm not gonna say I dislike it, because I don't want people like, you don't like New York. but it's just so much going on. You know, it's crowded, and you feel like you're always busy
I
running
love
around.
New York.
So I'm just, I guess, raised in Texas, and you know, I lived in New Orleans for a while, but raised in Texas is just, you know, really laid back and quiet. So I think I like that.
Yeah, great. Have you already met the youths here, or you talked to them on YouTube? You talked about the social networks. How did you interact with them?
Um, I actually had a couple of people reach out to me that I really didn't know they were from here, but I figured out later after last night I got a chance to go in there and talk to some of the youth. Got to go in the studio, play pool. Y'all call it pool here, billiards. And I got to spend some time with them. Got to understand them because you know we're all different. You know, America is different than here. I'm sure we have different mindsets. So I want to understand the youth and you know where they were coming from and what's their problems or their situations or what they want to hear from me. So getting to know them and communicating with them was awesome.
Great. Wow. Hope you're going to bring something positive here.
Hopefully
Okay,
so.
thank you very much,
No
Trent.
problem.
Can I talk to the girls as well?
Yeah,
And then I'm
sure.
going to